How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Take two. That's right, I messed up a minute ago. Had to start this shit over again. It is Friday, people. Y'all know the routine. It's the weekend. We need to get our heads ready for this shit. There's a lot to talk about, a lot to deal with. It always helps if you have a nice cold one and spark up a little bud there to get the head right and enjoy yourself. So that's what we're doing. The skies are still sunny down here in Texas, baby. It's still hot as hell. And I hope you're having beautiful weather wherever you're at. Got a couple things in the mail I want to point out. I got a little package here from Robert Elsner. He's up in San Antonio, Texas, baby. He sent me a little keychain here. Got a lucky penny on there, and it's also a beer opener. How handy is that? Just right for Friday, baby. Open up that beer with, babe. And he sent a few bumper stickers down here. The Republicans are the party that says government doesn't work, and then they get elected to prove it. That's right, baby. And the flag is upside down in the sign of distress. And another one that says deport Trump. I'm all for that shit. And then regulate Congress. Vote them out. And he also sent me a couple of postcards to show y'all from San Antonio. That's the river walk down there. And if you ain't never been down to San Antonio and walked the river down there, it is just a romantic interlude at night. It is just, you can't beat it. And there are lots to see in San Antonio. As a matter of fact, I wish Corpus Christi could get on the bandwagon here and start improving our local, because we have a lot to offer down here, but our county down here is a little slow on progress. I don't know what that is, but anyway, drag our feet on everything. But we have a fine city down here, and it's beautiful to see. But when me and Mama want to get out of town and go somewhere, we head to San Antonio just so we can walk the river walk, and it's just so peaceful, and there's a lot to see up there, the zoo and all that stuff. Anyway, I got another package. I got another package from Dennis Jett out in Mesa, Arizona. Dennis is a happy guy, buddy. I'm telling you, I like this guy. He sent me, he called it the best of Arizona. He is proud of being in Arizona, and I don't blame him. I would be too. He sent a nice little keychain here. It says, walk a mile in my shoes on the path to peace. And this is one of the organizations that Dennis works with out in Arizona. And I'm proud of this guy. He stays involved in his community. He's always knowing what's going on and helps wherever he can. And he must have thought I was pretty hungry, because he sent me 2 boxes of Slim Jims, baby. And yes, sir, I do eat Slim Jims. But he also sent, oh, I don't want to drop that. Now Dennis, the last time he sent me a CD of this guy named Scott Jeffers, who is, he plays Celtic type music. It's, I call it pirate music, and that's exactly what it sounds like, baby, and I love it. And this time he sent me another one from Scott Jeffers, and it's the Traveler, the Symphona. And this one, he signed to me and Mama. You all can see that on there, maybe. It's to John and Mama from him. And then he sent me also another CD from, oh, I did bring, see, he brought me the Slim Jims, baby, 2 boxes. And then this guy, Arvel Bird. Now, we just got, our internet's been out, we just got it back on. We were sitting up there, and we were listening to this album. And Arvel Bird has been around a long time. He has played with Glenn Campbell and Loretta Lynn before. And, man, it is beautiful music. We really enjoyed it, and I wanna play some. Next time we go live, I want to play some of this music for y'all. And then he also sent a nice little envelope with a donation in there. Dennis, we really appreciate that, partner. It goes in the general fund there, buddy. But I really enjoyed the music, and he also sent the magazine Arizona Highways, which I like to look at. We have one called Texas Highways, and it's all about the state and neat stuff in the state. I like to look at them. We've been to Arizona. I love it. I want to make it back again one of these days. Mama's looking at RVs like I can afford an RV again. But she's looking at them, and she'd love to travel again. Anyway, what's going on in the news? Well, Donnie's in the news, of course. What the hell else is in the news? Nothing. Donnie does shit every day. That's how come he's in a constant news cycle. He's up in that G7 up there in Canada today. Oh, yeah, everybody was happy to see his ass. That's Donnie. He walks around kicking all our allies in the shins and then shows up acting like everybody should be, oh, happy Donnie boy there. No, they're not happy you're there, asshole. You're being a prick to all of them. And he was still last night still moaning about why would he go, and because he didn't want to go get lectured by a bunch of leaders of other countries. That's Donnie. Did you see the Time magazine cover that they got coming out? Donnie looking in the mirror and seeing himself as a king. Isn't that what we've been discussing? That's the way he sees himself. He does not see himself as a president. He sees himself as a king, a monarch who controls the little moron class down there, the little minions. That's what Donnie wants, and that's what Donnie's trying his best to do. Meeting with a bunch of people that don't got nothing to do with him. They don't agree with him on anything from trade to climate control. Now, Donnie's all by himself, just kicking people in the shin and just going, yeah. It's asshole. I'm embarrassed that he's wanting up there. But Donnie's he wants to change the G7 to G8 again. It used to be G8 until Russia invaded the Ukraine and took the Crimea. Remember that shit there, Donnie? No, he don't remember that shit. He gives a crap about history. So they threw him out. Has he given back the Crimea yet to the Ukraine? No. Then he's out on his ass. He invades other countries. He kills people in other countries. He meddled in our elections, Donnie. Remember all our intel's telling you that? Donnie doesn't care. Donnie wants Vladimir Putin back in the G7. He wants to make it to G8 again with Russia in there. Why? Because Putin needs a platform, a stage. Donnie wants to get his buddy on the world stage again. Putin wants to return to the Soviet Union days where they're all powerful. And he can't do that if he's not invited to the little soirees they have. And Donnie is out to change that. If we ain't got enough Russian shit on his ass, no collusion, no collusion. He's out there again this morning before he gets on that. Everybody knows it. No, everybody doesn't know shit, Donnie. We all know there is collusion, you asshole. Hey, it's like how they sell you a hamburger or something. They just keep repeating it. They show you that picture of that pretty hamburger every day. Pretty soon you're gonna want that hamburger. It looks good. Donnie banks on keeping repeating, no collusion, no collusion, no collusion, over and over and over, so that his little minions get it drilled through their head. That's all they know. No collusion. Donnie said it, no collusion. I've heard it all day, no collusion. It is sickening to watch that man walk and get into that. It's sickening to watch him walk out of that house, for one thing. It's just disgusting. He's a lying sack of shit is all he is. He wants Putin back on the G7. That just shows you where we're at. He's out to sell this country for anything, to put it right in Russia's hands. No collusion. We all saw collusion when Donnie Jr. made that meeting, baby, and even before then. Paul Manafort's got troubles again, baby. What's up with Paul Manafort? New charges, obstruction of justice and conspiracy to obstruct justice. Yeah, 2 new charges there, Paul boy. Things are getting a little tight there. You know, they got him with some guy, Konstantin Kilmanek. He's tied up with Russian intel. This guy, they've charged him and Paul Manafort with obstruction of justice. They're out there trying to convince people that, hey, tell them we never lobbied here in the United States for the Ukraine or for the Russia and the crime. No, we did no lobbying over here in the United States because that would be illegal. But they did. He tried, and I believe succeeded, in meeting with congressmen and shit and senators about helping Russia. So I'd like to find out just who exactly he did meet back then. But Paul's got his ass in a sling. And because they've contacted the Mueller investigation, knows that they've contacted 2 people. That Paul Manafort has contacted 2 people to try to convince them to lie to the FBI, so that Paul there could try to get his ass out of a crack, but it ain't working. The crack just got a little deeper right there, buddy. I think your feet are getting in a little shitty spot there. Anyway, there's a rescue for that, though. There's a rescue. I mean, you know, with all this shit going on with the Mueller investigation and you know, Michael Cohen and all that, Aviant, that old Stormy Daniels shit. Oh, by the way, Giuliani says, didn't happen. Did you see what that woman looked like? That kind of shit, asshole. Anyway, Sean Hannity has a remedy for that shit. Now, I saw this, and it just disgusts the shit out of me. And I'll tell you why. Because Fox spews bullshit mountain, the most anti-American shit that you can put on your TV is Fox News. They're anti-American, cloaked in an American flag, holding a Bible, trying to convince morons that they're the patriots. No. Sean Hannity on his show comes out and advises people who might be caught up in these investigations to smash their phone. That's how they got Paul Manafort. They, Paul Manafort there thought that those texts were encrypted, so nobody could ever find out. Yeah, unless the guy on the other end flips on your ass, then everybody finds out. So Sean Hannity, he's out there promoting, smash your phone, destroy the evidence, obstruct justice. That is what Sean Hannity is spitting out over there on Fox News. Shit. How anti-American is that shit? They're just like Donnie. They're just a propaganda station for Donnie. That's it. And the right-wing nut jobs out there, the anti-American, anti-Christ, right-wing, white supremacist, neo-Nazi Klan members. Those people that the Republican Party welcomed into their party. Yes, come on in here, brother. White sheets and all. Come on in. Because that's the Republican Party. They have turned into the party of scum buckets. Yeah, what's his name said the party's taking a nap? No, they're not taking a nap, baby. They're complicit in this shit all over the place. You see anybody, any congressmen or senators standing up there speaking against this crap? Hell no. They are complacent in it. They allow it in their party. It's who they have become. And until I see otherwise, that's all I see in the Republican Party. I relate every one of them to a bunch of Klan members, baby. They'll lie, they'll cheat, they'll steal, and supported by good God-fearing Americans. Anyway, what else is going on here? Yeah, Giuliani. Are you shitting me? He was over in Israel speaking. And I don't know, they asked him about the president's troubles there. And Giuliani went on to say that he knew the president and that Melania doesn't believe a word of it. Doesn't believe it. And Donnie is so great. And have you seen Stormy Daniels? And he rolls his eyes and shit. You ever look in the mirror, asshole? Hey, you'd have to pay somebody, Rudy. Ain't nobody going to touch your shriveled up ass unless you're paying big bucks, buddy. Yep. Anyway, I just hated his ass for it. Oh, Melania's the FLOTUS, the First Lady of the United States. She put out a message through her website that she has, she's never talked to Rudy, and Rudy doesn't know what the hell he's saying. How you like that shit, Rudy? Yeah, she's calling your ass out. You've never spoke to her. You don't know what she believes. Does she believe it happened? She's not stupid, people. She might be in it for the money. And that's what Giuliani says. Stormy Daniels has no reputation because she sells her body for money. Have you seen the pictures of the First Lady, asshole? Have you seen those photographs plastered all over the place with all of her body parts showing? What was that? She did that for money. You know, she took those photographs for money, Rudy. So in Rudy Giuliani's world, we can't trust the First Lady of the United States because, well, there you go. She sold her body, you know. She's out there taking pictures and selling them. So she's, that's what Rudy says. And Rudy's a disgusting pig. And that's what Aviente called him, or whatever his name is, called him a pig. And that's exactly what he is. He's out there as a clown to act for Donnie's circus out there to try to distract everybody they can with stupid, ignorant comments. So we all talk about how ignorant Rudy Giuliani is. While now Donnie over there doing no collusion, no collusion, no collusion. They are banking on the thought that they think the American people are stupid and ignorant. Well, the majority of us are not. I see Scott Pruitt is in trouble again. He's sending one of his aides out to go find lotion. Oh, yeah, he wanted a mattress, too. Did we discuss that? Evidently, he wanted one of the mattresses out of the Trump Hotel. I guess he wanted the special edition, the yellow-tinted one. So I guess, I don't know, Scott Pruitt could get on the bed and just roll around and all that shit. Are you shitting me? Hey, I forgot to tell you about the shirt. This came from Dennis Jett, too, out in Arizona. This is a red dirt dyed shirt. Out in Arizona, they have a company called the Red Dirt Shirt. This is dyed with the dirt that they dig out of the ground, makes a little mud, throw a shirt in there, and this is the color it comes out. And it's got a picture of me on the back of it. You can't see it, I don't think, unless I bend way down. It's, looks like me with a cowboy hat. It's an old skull with a cowboy hat on it with a bullet hole through it. Looks just like me. Anyway, I forgot to throw in the t-shirt when I was talking about that shit. Now, there's two stories here I want to talk about. One of them is well, both of them, are you shitting me? Amyx Hardware, A-M-Y-X. Now, I couldn't find out what city. It's in East Tennessee somewhere. The guy's name is Jeff Amyx, and he owns the Amyx Hardware store. Now, back in 2015, this guy got a little scrap when he put a sign on his door. You remember back when gay rights was in the news again, and we were all fighting over gay marriage and all. And he put a sign that says no gays allowed on his hardware store. He took a lot of shit from it, and he had to take it down because he was a dick, and people called him out for being a dick. Anyway, you know, we had that Supreme Court decision the other day. The guy that bakes the cake, he ain't got to bake the cake because, oh, he's a religious nut, and he does. And now I told you before, that's bullshit. It is not up to that baker to judge who comes in that door. He has no power to judge. He sins when he judges those people coming in the door. That's God's job. And this baker out there in Colorado thinks he's God and nothing else except that. Any other bullshit. Oh, it's my religion. Bullshit. That's God's right, not yours there, baker. Anyway, this guy's the same thing. We knew as soon as that decision came out. The same guy, he puts a sign out on his hardware store that says, "We reserve the right to refuse service to anyone who would violate our rights of freedom of speech or of freedom of religion." The same guy, he can't put the gay thing up there because, you know, he'll get in trouble. But that's what he's saying. We refuse the right to our religious beliefs. What, do you got a form you got to fill out when you get there, buddy? When you walk in your store, would you fill out this form here? I want to know everything about you before I can sell you any nails. That's the kind of scum that we have that interpret the cotton-picking Supreme Court. That was a very narrow decision on that issue. All it said was that guy didn't have to make that cake. Are you shitting me? And then we turn into this crap, and it's going to show up other places. I don't have to serve a gay guy because I'm a Christian. No, you're not. When you say that shit, you are not a Christian. You are a sinner. The worst kind, Jesus said, because you do it knowingly. Read your Bible. Read your Bible, buddy, because in there you're going to find it's not your decision. And if you make that decision, you have sinned in the face of God. So good luck with all that. But they have a workaround for that. I'm sure there's a loophole in there in somewhere. There's another verse somewhere in the Bible that is going to back these assholes up. And that's what's the disgusting part of religious idiots. They try to force the Old Testament law. The law of God, the Torah. These are the ones. That's the ones you follow. Don't eat that shrimp, buddy. I'm telling you. You're going to go to hell if you eat that shrimp. Leviticus, baby. It's in there. Don't try to work around it. Oh, well, God didn't mean that. He put it right next to the gay guy stuff. What do you mean he don't know it? Assholes. Anyway, he also had a sign up there, no liberals allowed. Must be a really redneck town there in East Tennessee, buddy. That just sucks. Oh, man. I have a friend. I believe I'll be hearing from him in the next few days. I hope to anyway. He's sending me a little package. He's sending me something, some information, and he wants out. He lives in East Tennessee, but I won't be able to say his name, and that's pitiful. There is somebody out there that wants to voice their opinion, but he can't release his name because of where he lives and the people that associates with him and the job that he has. Because if they knew the way he thought, he wouldn't have a job. He wouldn't have a social life. That's ridiculous. But that's where we are, baby. In Trump land, baby, that's the rules. You either love the man or you are despised for even thinking bad thoughts about Holy King Donnie. And that's who he wants to be. Pablo Calderon. Pablo Calderon lived up by New York. Delivered a pizza to a Brooklyn Army base and was arrested. He had a New York ID card on him. It's not good enough. Give me your federal papers. Let me see your state driver's license. Oh, you ain't got one? Call ICE and have him arrested. The guy's got a family. He left 2 little kids. They arrested him right there for delivering a freaking pizza. Yeah, welcome to Trump's America. Rip your kid right out of your arms. They don't give a shit about separating families or anything else. It's Donnie's world. Get rid of them. They're brown. And that's all it is. It's a disgusting cycle we're in here with this shit. This guy just went to deliver a freaking pizza. And they call ICE on his ass. Guy at the gate. Guess he was a redneck Trumper. Oh, you ain't got your proper papers? Well, we'll just call ICE on your ass and have you arrested. And that's what happened. I guess he's real proud of that. Did his duty. He's a disgusting turd of a man. Yeah, let's rip families apart. It doesn't matter where they live, where they come from. Send mom over there, daddy over there, the kids over there. It doesn't matter. Oh, but we're talking about the party of the family values. Kiss my ass. Right down the center, kiss my ass. Family values my ass. They use those words and those values just the way they use the Bible to try to convince people that they are godly and all that. No, they're doing terrible shit. And no God in their right mind, I think, would have anything to do with scumbags who rip families apart. That's my personal view. Of course, I'm wrong. The Bible is full of families getting torn apart, sacrificing their children, donating their daughters to filthy crowds to appease the crowds. Yeah, look it up. Those stories are in there. Tell me they're not, baby. We read. And, yeah, just so we have... Anthony Bourdain died. We watched that show just about all the time. Every time he had a show come on, because what more perfect job, I used to say, with Anthony Bourdain. Got to travel the world and drink and eat food from all around. What a waste. That man just, it saddens me that he took his own life. And they say suicides are up 20-something% now. That's terrible, folks. That's terrible. Things we can't let things get that desperate. You know, I wanted to put this out there. It's just the suicide hotline number is 1-800-273-8255. And I'll ring the bell like everybody else is on TV's doing and everywhere else. If you're feeling depressed like that, if you have those kind of thoughts, call that number. Find somebody to talk to, because that's not the way to check out, baby. There's a whole life left. We all have troubles and all that shit. My life is not perfect, believe me. And it never has been. It's a struggle damn near every month. But you got to keep fighting that fight, and just got to keep laying it down. And that saddened me that he passed away. We will miss him dearly, because we really enjoyed his show. Anyway, that's about all I got today, people. My goodness, I think a cloud must come by. It's not as bright and shiny out there. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. John Bridevo, a blue dot in Texas. Turn that blue light on, baby. Let people know where you stand. We have an election coming up. Everybody's got to get involved, and everybody has to vote. That's the way we win. An informed voter will be a Democratic voter, because they know the truth. And that's what it's going to take to get on top, baby, and we need to be on top. On YouTube, John Bertavo on Facebook. John Bertavo Speaks, Blue Dot Family. Candy's going to be off for a few days, I saw. But Monica, Joe, and Kat have got everything solid over there. They're still putting out content. Go by there and give them a like. Follow over there and see what's going on. At Blue Dot in Texas on Twitter. Out my truck window. Anywhere else I can get a message out to stay active and stay blue, baby. This blue wave's going to wash, and I want to be a part of it. I want to be right up there at the crescendo, baby. Y'all take care. We'll see you later.